How getting locked inside a freezing meat locker with my absolute worst enemy made us best friends. I spent 9 hours locked inside a freezing meat locker with my absolute worst enemy, and it completely changed my life. I worked at this rundown diner. I could not stand this guy. Tyler, he was the ultimate slacker. Always late, always making stupid jokes, and constantly reeking of cheap body spray. I was the uptight shift lead, working myself to the bone to save for college. We mixed like oil and water. It was a Tuesday night closing shift. I went into the massive walk-in freezer to count inventory. Tyler wandered in right behind me to hide from the manager, just so he wouldn't have to mop the floors. He bumped the heavy steel door, and it slammed shut. Click. The inside handle had been janky for weeks. I grabbed it. I yanked it, and the metal bar completely snapped off in my bare hand. Trap! I completely lost my mind. I screamed. I banged on the frosty metal until my knuckles literally bled. Tyler just stood there looking dumbfounded. My phone had 0 bars, and his was sitting outside on the counter. It was 10 degrees in there, and the manager had already locked up and gone home. Nobody was coming until 6 in the morning. For the first 2 hours, we just sat on upside-down pickle buckets on opposite sides of the room, shivering and trading harsh insults. But by hour 4, the cold became totally unbearable. My teeth were chattering so hard my jaw ached. Tyler finally sighed, took off his heavy fleece hoodie, and just threw it at me. "Take it," he mumbled. "You look completely blue." I was way too frozen to argue. In the pitch black, over the loud hum of the exhaust fan, he quietly asked why I was always so stressed out. I didn't want to answer, but I did. I told him how my family almost lost our house last year, and how I was completely terrified of being broke. Then Tyler spoke. His voice wasn't cocky anymore. It was small, broken even. He told me he acted like a massive clown because his older brother was the golden child, and his parents barely even noticed he existed. If I mess up on purpose, he whispered, "At least they actually look at me." We ended up huddled together on the freezing concrete floor, sharing body heat, just talking. We talked about our deepest fears, our weird childhood, and how much we actually hated the diner's mystery meatloaf. At 6 in the morning prep cook finally yanked the door open. He found us fast asleep, curled up next to boxes of frozen french fries. We both got treated for mild hypothermia. When I finally got back to school a few days later, Tyler caught my eye in the busy hallway. He didn't make a stupid joke. He just gave me a small, genuine nod. Later that week, when some older jocks were bothering him by the lockers, I walked right up and told them to back off, because he wasn't just the annoying slacker anymore. He was the guy who gave me his only hoodie in the